Good afternoon, everyone. My name is DHAKAL. I'm here to give a short presentation on my topic. My topic is Nano indentation test of ultrafine grain aluminum. At the beginning, I'll just go through the introduction. I'll just give a brief introduction of literature review, and I'll just give an idea how I come up to my research questions and how I design my research according to my research questions. And following to that, I'll go for the design advantage and the disadvantages. Next. Coming to the introduction, as you all know, nano indentation test has a vital role in testing and analyzing the mechanical properties of various materials. Initially, nano indentation test was first formed or developed in 1970s, 80s. In that time, nano indentation test was used to measure the hardness of small volume of materials. Many indentation techniques and impression methods are developed to test the mechanical properties of different materials with varying shape and geometry. It was the nano indentation test was majorly used to determine the various mechanical properties like creep properties, fatigue properties, stress concentration, and many more. Also, in this era of engineering and development, nano indentation test was used to test the mechanical and other properties of challenging materials and various soft materials in the field of mechanical, mechatronic, and applied physics. Here we can see the picture. It shows the indent left by the buccal tip in zirconium, copper, aluminum, metallic glass. In the figure, you can see that the size of the indentation is very small to the square of micrometers or nanometers, because the size of the indentor is very less. Next. Here, to give a brief of the literature review, I'll just go through the papers in the journal that I have selected and went through to get the idea, just to make a research design and to answer my research questions. Nano indentation test compiled with a finite element method and tensile test, microscopic test was used to analyze the mechanical properties of various materials. It is the common nano indentation test is a common tool that can be used for the various materials with various ranges of size to macro scale to nano scale. Also, the improvement was made in the nano indentation test. That was we can examine the various properties of materials to the very small amount of deformation. Also, the mechanical properties on the coating surface can be done by using the nano indentation test. In this test, the grain size level coating was studied to track the conducting level to the microelectronic level. Next, please. To continue my literature review, I went through the many papers of soft biomaterials and biomedical engineering, which shows that nano indentation test can be used to examine the various pathophysical properties like aging. Nano indentation test also finds its applications in the different biological and mechatronic materials. Also, the paper published on soft biomaterials shows that the various mechanical behavior of the different materials can be found out by using the strain rate and stress conditions. Also, the mechanical and fatigue properties, grip properties of metals or an alloy can be determined by using the nano indentation test. Also, the nano indentation test finds its application in various biological materials. The origin of an alloy can be studied. Next. The nano indentation test also finds its application in powder metallurgy. In powder metallurgy, the various size geometry of the powder can be tested by using the nano indentation test. Also, there are various size and various geometry of the indentor that can be used for applying the different load of indentation depending upon the different size, geometry, and type of material. Also, all these research journals, all these papers show that nano indentation finds its application in various ranges and different types of materials. Next. Yes, by going through all those papers and studying all the research, all the literatures, I come up with the questions like the questions is nano indentation test method applicable for a variety of materials? In this to answer these questions, I have come up with the hypothesis that yes, nano indentation test can be used for a variety of materials. Thus a research question leads to design a research for testing the various materials. Yes, and I discuss the research design in the later slides. Next. Yes. The research questions should be answered like nano indentation test can be applicable for the testing of variety of materials. The major areas where nano indentation finds its application is mechanical, mechatronic, material, and applied physics. Also, the device was designed to make an experiment for the nano indentation test. The device or the component of the experiment are sensor, which senses the amount of load or the amount of indentation load applied on the test materials. Actuators that actuates the amount or the types or kind of forces or displacement that could be applied to the test materials. And the test material is the material on which the nano indentation test can be carried out. Here the graph shows the height versus distance of indenter geometry. This is commonly used diamond geometry in nano indentation testing. This image was taken from the courtesy of CE. Next. The experiment setup consists of the force applied and the displacement made is found as the indenter tip pressed upon the material, which is tested in nano indentation. Once the tip presses the test material, the data of force and the displacement are recorded. By using this data, we can plot a graph of force versus displacement. Plot a data of force versus displacement. Yes, each design has its advantage and disadvantage. Coming to the advantages, the nano indentation test provides various information like phase transformation, formation of defect, energy absorption, and so on. The design provides enough data and results to understand the load displacement and loading condition of different materials. Also, the design can be used for the different temperature conditions. Next. The disadvantages of the designs are like the detailed study of the design can be only done if the sampling or the large amount of data are be collected. If the sampling size is very less, if the sampling data is very less, the detailed study cannot be done. Also, the calculation of modulus of elasticity is limited only to the linear isotropic material. Also, this research design has a pile-up problem, that is the pile-up of the materials at the surfaces of the indent. Next. These are the references I have been through to come up with my research question and research design. Next. Thank you.